guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah, this is No BS Beauty. So, really quick, subscribe. Also check out my newsletter. You can subscribe to it below. Help me get to my goal of 100,000 subscribers before I die, which could happen at any moment, guys. So let's be honest, let's help. Okay, I'm crazy, sorry. Okay. So today, I've been asked this question so many times, so I decided to do a versus of these two, the Theramid Copper Peptides and the Ordinary Copper Peptides. I thought I'd just do a comparison of the two. I get asked this every time I do a video discussing copper peptides. So let me just do a versus, comparing them on a bunch of different topics. So really quick, copper peptides, they're super beneficial for your skin. They're naturally occurring complexes of small protein fragments. And in skin, they can help collagen and elastin, boosting production of it deep down in skin. They help stimulate fibroblasts, helps your skin look plumper and firmer over time. They can help with wound healing and repairing skin. They're originally studied in tissue repair. Copper peptides speed up healing and recovery time after skin damage, such as cuts, acne, or treatments like microneedling. So if you ever do microneedling, highly recommend adding copper peptides into that mix for you. When I got my ears double pierced, I used a lot of copper peptides on the additional damage and hole and things like that. It can help improve the skin barrier function, which helps reduce transepidermal water loss in skin. It increases components that help your barrier, like ceramides and glycosamine glycans, leading to better hydration and resilience. They're great for antioxidant. They fight off free radical damages from pollution and photoaging. They're anti-inflammatory, which kind of goes hand in hand with wound healing, calming skin, redness, irritation, making them great for sensitive skin and acne-prone skin. They help with skin renewal and skin tone. They help promote skin cell turnover, help reduce the appearance of fine lines, improve texture. And then it also may be beneficial for hair and scalp benefits. So the studies show it can potentially help with hair growth and stimulation in the follicles and things like that. So it makes them a great product to have for so many different reasons. So I'm going to start out with my first criteria, which is packaging. So this one we've got just a glass pump bottle. I will mention this is the large size that they had during a big sale. So their normal bottle is 1 ounce, but I think during Black Friday in Christmas holidays, they do a bigger size, but I'm gonna compare these on price per ounce. So we've got just a traditional pump bottle, whereas with the Ordinary, we've got glass dropper bottle. Personally, I prefer the pump bottle. They're both fine for packaging, but the one from Theramid is a little bit better in my opinion. Okay, in terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, neither of these contain any denatured alcohol, so no issues with that, so that is a tie. They're also both fragrance-free and have no real noticeable scent to it, so that's another tie. The manufacturing location for both of these, so the Theramid is made in Spain, and the Ordinary one is made in Canada. Let me double check. Yes, made in Canada. So there's no real issue with either of those manufacturing locations, not a big deal. Excuse me, okay. Next up, we have, Okay, next up is ease of use. So this is one place where the formulas are dramatically different. They couldn't be more different, really. Okay, so the Theramid has kind of a, oh, that's not a good representative of it. Hang on, that was too watery. Let me give it a good shake. Okay. It has kind of a serum-y lotion texture to it. And it does have, it's a pretty silicone-rich formula, so keep that in mind. And about 1 or 2 pumps is enough to cover my entire face. The Ordinary has a liquid texture to it. So they're super different for that reason. So the Ordinary, water-based. Theramid, silicone-based. And it's got a lot of silicones in it. So it might make you prefer one to the other. So the Theramid, lotiony serum texture. Personally, I recommend copper peptides in the evening routine, if you can fit it in. But it does set to kind of a slightly matte finish that is not sticky, but it does have a lot of silicones in it. The Ordinary liquid serum texture, 1 dropper is enough to do my entire face and neck. It sets to a radiant finish that is slightly tacky. It's easy to use with microneedling, so if you do microneedling at home, you can apply the Ordinary serum to your skin, and usually it will help it glide over your skin pretty easily. Both these seem to work okay and in my routine best at night. Personally, I think the one from the Ordinary is a little bit easier to fit in my routine because of the water-based texture to it, but you could certainly use them, either way. The Theramid has many silicones and dimethicones. So if you're planning to use copper peptides in your morning routine, keep in mind that the Theramid, because of all those silicones, it could cause pilling if you're applying sunscreen and makeup over it. So if you have a preference to use these during the daytime, I strongly would probably recommend the Ordinary for that. But if you're fine using these at night, then you probably will be able to fit either one of them in, but the Theramid is a little bit more hydrating and a little bit more of a, prevents water loss and things like that from the silicones in there. So some people have a strong preference. Personally, for ease of use, I just recommend the Ordinary just a little bit more, just because it's easy to fit in, it's easy to use with microneedling, and it's got that water base. Okay, so beneficial ingredients, this is, for me, where a lot of it comes down to. Okay, so for the Theramid, we've got betaine. We have 3% copper peptides. Typically, 2% is the sweet spot. However, I buy raw copper peptides, so I traditionally just turn this from 1% into 2% easily myself without having to do too much work. But anyway, so then we've got sodium hyaluronate, we've got acetylglutamine, we've got melatonin, which is a free radical damage preventing peptide. We've got the thymulin 4 peptide, which helps stimulate skin regeneration. We've got the proline peptide, which increases skin elasticity, firmness, great for skin that's kind of experiencing sagging. We've got the epidermal growth factor peptide, insulin-like growth factor peptide, basic fibroblast growth factor, vascular growth factor, acidic fibroblast growth factor, lecithin, and then folic acid ferment, which is a good antioxidant. So for the whole list, we've got about 14 main beneficial ingredients to this one. For the Ordinary, we have the Lactococcus ferment probiotic. We've got 1% copper peptides. Arginine, we've got the Lufazole, which is the Botox in a bottle peptide, the Matrixyl 3000 Duo, Matrixyl synthesis peptide, the Synake peptide, Botox in a bottle peptide. We've got the Relastase firming peptide, sodium hyaluronic cross-polymer, sodium hyaluronate, Allantoin. We've got 11 different amino acids, which are great for the barrier. Then we've got Trehalose, Fructose, Glucose, Maltose, which are humectants, urea, sodium PCA, and PCA. So for the total of beneficial ingredients in this one, we've got 30. So almost double, but it really, most of that comes down to amino acids. So if you're not going to buy the powder raw peptides and you want a little bit stronger peptide, this one does have 3%. So that's a big difference. But if you have no problem buying the raw copper peptides and mixing it in, then personally I go for the Ordinary. So overall, just in terms of beneficial ingredients, the Ordinary wins. But if you're just looking at based on the amount of copper peptides, I mean, the Theramid it's a tough call. Most of these are a tough call. You know what I mean? So it's hard to decide. Okay, in terms of acneogenic ingredients for Theramid, we've got dimethicone. That's the main one. That's the main issue. But it does contain other silicones. So if you have issues with that, keep that in mind. So overall, we've got 1. For the Ordinary, we've got carbomer, which really isn't a terrible. Neither of these are terribly acneogenic. So there's basically a tie. They both have 1. But some people's skin reacts more to silicone. So that's something else to consider. Okay, next up is price per ounce. So the Theramid is $55 for 1 ounce, and the Ordinary is $32 for 1 ounce. So there is a significant price difference. So the Ordinary wins that. It is a significant price difference. I mean, it's almost double, but not quite. In terms of performance, so the Theramid, it's very nice. It feels calming on your skin. It has a very silky feeling. I really like using this one. It helps with wrinkles, firming up skin. The most benefits I notice is like my neck, which gets a saggy and kind of crepey skin, and it helps lock hydration in. I wish this one contained Arginine or Snap 8 to help with some of those Botox in a bottle type wrinkles that we need. But overall, it's very nice. It's very silky. I really like this one during the winter when my skin needs a little bit extra hydration. In terms of the Ordinary performance, very beneficial for skin and wound healing especially. I love that I can use this one with microneedling to help fade the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. I appreciate the combination of the additional peptides they threw in here and amino acids. It's really great for your skin. I can tell a difference on my skin when I use this. It's a game changer. For oily and acne-prone skin, in my opinion, the Ordinary is a little bit more friendly because it's more of a water-based formula as opposed to a silicone-based formula, but they're both absolutely wonderful, but I gave the point to the Ordinary. I just love it. It's such a unique product with so many additional beneficial ingredients, so I find it it's a game-changing product, and it's definitely in my top 10, top 5 products. I think it was in my top 5, actually, so that's a big one. Okay, last but not least, cruelty-free status. They're both vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. So the totals, combining the ties, the Theramid got 5 points, and the Ordinary got 9. They're both wonderful. You really can't go wrong with either of them. I can't say anything bad about either of them. It's just kind of what texture you want. And if you're going to use it at nighttime, then it's not a big deal. But if you're planning to use it in your daytime routine, something like the Theramid may be a little bit problematic from the silicones in it. But absolutely love them. If you add either one of these into your routine, I know you'll be happy with them. But I just prefer the Ordinary just a little bit more. But they're both wonderful. So anyway, I'm curious if you guys have any strong preference on either of these. So leave a comment below. And yeah, so thanks so much, guys, and I will see you more tomorrow. Bye, guys.